मेरे इस मेडिकल सफर में और इस जीवन के सफर में, माई लाइफ, इन माई जर्नी, इन माई मेडिकल एज वेल एज लाइफ जर्नी, I have realized one thing, that no matter how many medical experts are there on my side, no matter the best of medicines, the best of treatments, the best of surgeries and hospitals may come my way. However, there is only so much that they would be able to do for me. और यदि मैं खुद अंदर से अपने आप को सशक्त नहीं करूंगी, दृढ़ नहीं बनाऊंगी, अपने आप को स्ट्रॉन्ग और पॉजिटिव नहीं रखूंगी, अपनी आत्मशक्ति, आत्मबल, अपना आत्मविश्वास अगर मैं नहीं बढ़ाऊंगी, तो वो जितनी भी सर्जरीज, डॉक्टर्स, हॉस्पिटल्स, दवाइयाँ और स्पेशली मेरी फैमिली का साथ, ये सब बेईमानी है। इनके कोई मायने नहीं है, क्योंकि अगर मैं कमजोर हो जाती हूँ इस बीमारी में, ठीक है, और मैं बिस्तर पकड़ लेती हूँ, तो कोई भी डॉक्टर और कोई भी मेरे परिवार का साथ मेरी मदद नहीं कर सकता। It is my belief, it is my conviction that if I make myself personally strong, my personal power, my personal strength and my inner positivity, जो बॉडी में मेरे पेन आएगा भी, जैसे डायलिसिस इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट फेज, इवेंचुअली स्लोली इट बिकम्स इनटू अ डिफिकल्ट फेज, माय इनर स्ट्रेंथ विल हेल्प माय बॉडी टू गेट अप, राइट। जब भी मैं अपने शरीर से कमजोर होंगी, अगर मेरे अंदर की शक्ति इतनी अच्छी है, ठीक है, तो वो मेरे शरीर को ऊपर उठाएगी। और जब हमारा शरीर ठीक रहता है, हमारा मन ठीक रहता है, तो हमारे जीवन का हर पहलू ठीक रहता है, क्योंकि हमारी बीमारी ना सिर्फ हमारी बॉडी को अफेक्ट करती है, our disease or our illness not just affects our body, it not only causes pain to our body, it also affects our personal life, our relationships, our career, our job, our every other aspect of our life. So I feel and I believe that it is my personal strength and power and your personal strength and power, आपके अंदर की जो शक्ति है, आपके अंदर की जो पावर है, वो हेल्प करेगी आपको ऊपर उठाने के लिए। Okay. So today's topic, like I shared, is about connecting to our donor before transplant. So what happens is, when we are on dialysis, when we decide to come on dialysis, when our dialysis starts, of course, initially it's a very nice phase. Why? Because our body still has the energy, right? And but we keep thinking, how long can I really go on? Because eventually our body will weaken, right? And enough of internet and social media and medical experts, everything tells us that yes, dialysis is not really a lifelong thing that would take place, right? Eventually now I have to get a transplant done. So what does that imply? I need a donor, right? Now, when we talk about a donor, there are two aspects to the donor from my point of view. So my personal point of view is that donor has two aspects. One is the donor as a person, जो व्यक्ति आपको अपना अंग दान दे रहा है, वो व्यक्ति, the person who is donating their organ to you. And the second part is the organ which is being donated to you. So for example, the kidney, right? So these are two different aspects, the person who's donating to you and their organ which is being donated to you, right? Most of us, we look at, when we talk about donor, we say I need to find a donor. Find a donor means I need a person who's willing to donate their kidney or any other organ to me. And when we talk about that, how long will the graft work? I hope graft rejection doesn't happen. How many years can I go on? My body can go on the graft. At that time, we are talking about the donated organ, right? So my point of view tells me, and my experience tells me, is that a donor could be, of course, known or unknown. You may know the person, you may not know the person, right? Many a times, I think even before knowing and unknowing, even before known and unknown, the first thing is finding a donor. Some of us are very fortunate to have a donor. We are able to find one. And for many of us, we keep going round and round, talking to people in our circle, in our family, in trying to find a donor. हम घूमते रहते हैं, राइट? और जितना ज्यादा हमें समय लगता है डोनर को ढूंढने में, उतना ज्यादा हमारी मन की परेशानी बढ़ती जाती है, दुख बढ़ता जाता है, उतनी ज्यादा हमारे शरीर की जो शक्ति होती है एक के बाद एक डायलिसिस के बाद वो शक्ति कम होती जाती है। जैसे जैसे फिजिकल बॉडी की स्ट्रेंथ कम होती रहती है और डोनर हमसे दूर भागता जाता है, हमें दिखता ही नहीं है कि डोनर मिल गया हमें, वो जो टाइम पीरियड होता है हम मेंटली इमोशनली बहुत लो महसूस करने लगते हैं। तो इस पूरे फेज में मुझे पर्सनली ऐसा लगता है, और जितने भी मैंने क्लाइंट्स देखे हैं, जितने भी क्लाइंट्स रहे हैं मेरे, कि जितना ज्यादा हम अपने आप को पॉजिटिव रखते हैं, हम उससे कनेक्ट करते हैं, उतनी जल्दी चीजें आसान हो जाती हैं। कई बार जब हमें डोनर मिल भी जाता है, ठीक है, हो सकता है वो नोन हो, अननोन हो, वी मे नो द पर्सन, वी मे नॉट नो द पर्सन, द पर्सन मे बी अ फैमिली मेंबर or maybe a distant relative or a friend. Sometimes it's a living donor, right? So for example, in my case, my father was the donor, right? So it's a living person. Sometimes it's a cadaver donor, right? Sometimes, we have a donor, everything is ready, and when we go for the tests, for some reason, HLA, cross match, or any other reason, the donor relationship cannot be established. I've had clients जहाँ पे एक के बाद एक उन्होंने अपने फैमिली में छान दिया डोनर ढूंढने के लिए। उन्होंने कई लोगों को पैसों का लालच भी दिया, कुछ लोग मान गए, लेकिन आखिरी में लास्ट मिनट पे दे रिफ्यूज टू गिव। शुरू में मान गए, टेस्ट की जब तक बारी आई दे सेड नहीं, हमें टेस्ट नहीं कराना, राइट? कई बार ऐसा हुआ कि टेस्ट कराया, लेकिन किसी वजह से उनके बॉडी में, उनके शरीर में इस तरह की कोई परेशानी निकल आई कि वो डोनेट नहीं कर सकते थे, ठीक है? तो तब बहुत ज्यादा डिसकंटेंटमेंट होती है, डिसहार्टनिंग फीलिंग होती है, you feel disheartened, you already have a person lined up, you're very happy, oh I have a donor, but when you actually go and you get the tests done, for some reason or the other, the person is not in a position to donate to you, or the person backs up. So why does all that happen? So from my point of view, these are all struggles that we are creating. We are creating hurdles. We are creating challenges in our life, right? So it is very important to connect to the person who is the donor, right? You may know the person right now, as in when I say know in this context means that you already have a person who is likely to be your donor, or you're looking for some. So for example, I know in today's call, we already have a gentleman who is blessed that he already has 2 people who've agreed to give their kidney to him. We also have a lady here, and she's been looking for a donor for a very long time. For some reason or the other, things have not worked out for her. So there are many such cases that come up, and these are nothing but challenges, struggles that we create in our own life. Our point of view creates our reality. हमारी सोच, हमारी भावनाएं, जैसा हम सोचते हैं, जैसा हम महसूस करते हैं, उसी तरह से हमारे जीवन की वास्तविकता बनती है। यदि हम ये सोचते हैं कि सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा है, मुझे विश्वास है, मुझे खुशी है, सब अच्छा हो रहा है, आई एम टेकन केयर ऑफ, that positive energy obviously translates positively and things happen very fast. So for example, जब मेरे ट्रांसप्लांट का टाइम था तो मुझे पता था मेरे डायलिसिस फेज बहुत डिफिकल्ट था, लेकिन धीरे धीरे जैसे जैसे मैंने रिकवर किया उस फेज से, ठीक है, मुझे विश्वास हो गया था थिंग्स आर फाइन। और बहुत जितने भी बैटरी ऑफ टेस्ट होने थे डोनर और रेसिपिएंट के, वो 15, 20, 25 दिनों के अंदर बहुत आसानी से एक के बाद एक होते चले गए। मेरे और मेरे पापा के टेस्ट होते चले गए और हमें अप्रूवल मिल गई थी ट्रांसप्लांट के लिए, लीगली, मेडिकली, फाइनेंशियली, इन एवरी वे थिंग्स वर वर्कड आउट वेरी ब्यूटिफुली, वेरी इजीली. I also know of many people who've come to me for help and for therapy and healing, wherein things have not been as easy for them. राइट किसी ने अग्री नहीं किया, मान लिया, लेकिन गए तो डायबिटीज था, हाइपरटेंशन थी, रिजेक्शन हो गया, रिजेक्शन इन द सेंस मेडिकली दे वर फाउंड टू बी अनफिट एंड देयरफॉर रिजेक्टेड to donate an organ. So these are the things that happen, and therefore it is important for us to connect to the energy of the person as the donor, so that things go smoothly and easily in our journey. All okay? Right. The second aspect when we talk about the donor, when we feel we need to connect to the energy of the donor, is the actual organ, the graft. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's a foreign organ, right? Foreign organ means what? ये एक ऐसा foreign organ है जो आपका नहीं है, आपको belong नहीं करता है, आपके शरीर का नहीं है ये originally, right? और आपके शरीर को कट करके, चीर करके किसी और का organ लगाया जाएगा, राइट? और फिर आपकी बॉडी को स्टिच करके आपसे और आपकी बॉडी से ये उम्मीद की जाएगी कि वो ऑर्गन अच्छे से काम करे, राइट? Now, medically and otherwise, it has been proven that our cells, each cell of our body carries memories. So we have cell memories. And what are those memories? All the experiences, all our thoughts, all our emotions. Those are memories which are stored in every cell of our body. And when we receive an organ from someone into our body, their cell memories come inside us. So research has proven, you can Google that, many transplant recipients have shared that they would feel different kinds of thoughts and feelings, and especially food cravings, and especially heightened emotions, which they did not experience before transplant. So for example, मेरे खुद के साथ ये हुआ है. पूरी लाइफ ट्रांसप्लांट से पहले मुझे मीठा खाने का बिल्कुल शौक नहीं था. आई वॉज नॉट फॉन्ड ऑफ स्वीट्स. ऑन द अदर हैंड, माई फादर ही लव्स स्वीट्स. उन्हें बहुत स्वीट्स खाने पसंद हैं. वो पूरा एक मील 4 तरह के डिजर्ट्स पे कर सकते हैं. द मोमेंट द ट्रांसप्लांट हैपेंड, विद इन द नेक्स्ट 6 months to a year, I started realizing and experiencing very strong cravings to eat sweets. That of course continues till today. The intensity is reduced and it's there till today. So what does that imply? मेरे जो डोनर थे उनकी सेल मेमोरीज मेरे बॉडी में आई through his organ, through his kidney, and therefore they became a part of me, and I started experiencing those cravings, right? Similarly, a lot of our thoughts and feelings are obviously stored in those cell memories. We experience those also. I have clients who've reported that they were very mild and shy before transplant. However, after transplant, they felt as if they were very hot-tempered and heightened emotions. They would very strongly express their anger, which they perhaps did not do before transplant, right? Then I've had clients who would say, sadness is one very strong emotion, right? उदास feel करना, right? I've had a client who was a very happy-go-lucky, she used to be the most poster image of a very positive and happy person. The theory is that possibly she received cell memories through her donor's kidney, which made her sad in a very different way, not in a hormonal way, because of course we are on a lot of medicines which can cause that, but a very different kind of sadness, right? And when she would talk to her donor, because it was her mother, she realized that probably she got that, right? So, of course, in case of cadaver donors, dead donors, right? We don't know the circumstances of their death. They may have experienced trauma. They may have experienced some long-drawn illness, accidents, right? So all those things get stored in their cells, and they are passed on in the form of that organ to us when we receive them as recipients. And therefore, it is very important for us to understand this energy concept, that I need to, as a person, for someone who is on dialysis, who is preparing for transplant, I need to connect to the person who will be my donor. I may or may not have a donor right now, but I need to be able to connect to the energy of the donor, and I need to connect to the energy of that organ which will be coming into my body.